based off of the session that you were just involved with, what challenges do you foresee for the global economy, specifically regarding our industry?
Well, obviously, there's a lot of issues that are impacting our industry quite severely. Some of it are more in a short-term nature, and some of them are more long-term nature. Short-term is obviously the political disruption, which can have also medium, long-term effects. But I think these are things that the industry has been always dealing with in a way or the other. And these are fluctuations in the market and or political movements, and that might impact it in a positive or negative way. And going forward, I think there are some that have got a much more long-term effect in the transport industry. That is the topic of digitalization that was discussed very intensively this morning, which I find particularly interesting, and also seen from opportunity, but also from a threat for the industry. It could help us grow our industry more, but it could also disrupt our industry in such a way that it could endanger parts of our businesses, and that's why focusing and discussing that is very valuable. And then there's also, what business models will emerge. Will we see, movement from China coming into Europe with a different business model? And these discussions obviously are very important for us as CEOs to discuss.
Okay. And do you feel from your position that there are any key solutions or things that industry leaders should be doing or thinking about doing to meet the future demands?
Of course, that's our job to do so. And that is how we have to make sure that we are agile, that we can adapt to the developments of the global market, that we can participate also in how the way that our business models adjust and actually maybe even drive it. And the topic of digitalization, again, is something that's also into our hands of how we want to develop this going forward. And we discussed about innovation and the role that we have. So it is important for us as CEOs to say, what does it take for us to be successful tomorrow? And therefore, what do we need to change today to be able to adjust to that?
You've mentioned digitalization a couple of times now, and what are you doing in particular to make sure that you are pursuing digitalization and incorporating that into your processes?
We've made it a core part, or we will make it now. We're launching a new strategy as part of our strategy. We will give time, we'll give money, manpower, and leadership to this to drive it. And it's looking at all the different aspects of it. How do we improve our processes? How do we change our business model in the way that we interact with our clients? And also, how do we understand how digitalization actually affects our clients? We cannot offer the best services if we don't also have a better understanding of the effect on our clients.
Okay. And the final question is, within your session, you actually talked about the importance and the impact of urbanization.
Yes.
So do you feel that that's going to be another factor, and do you feel that digitalization can contribute to that, or does it play a role?
Urbanization is a great opportunity for our industry. Getting people together, the requirement that it has onto urban life, making cities then livable, sustainable. Only those cities that are really livable and sustainable will be also successful in the competition for talent, for growth. And that's where we can play a role. And I think especially from the European perspective, because this was always where I think Europe has been ahead of the game in many aspects. So it's a real opportunity. And especially if we then combine it with smart cities and with digitization to make smart cities, people often understand the smart part as being the condition. So you put some gadget into the city and that will make it better. No, it's the overall system that you have to create. And our industry will have a major role to play there. And this is a fantastic business opportunity, at least how we see it.